All right. Good afternoon, supervisors. In 1974, the U.S. Senate published a report that likened the methods of a juvenile rehab program to the North Korean brainwashing methods used on captured Americans. That program was called the SEED. The SEED was funded by the National Institute on Drug Abuse, at the time called HEW, and subsequently the SEED lost its funding. Other groups who use coercive persuasion techniques like Synanon were funded by state and federal means or by tax exemption. What does this have to do with Scientology, which I normally talk about here? In 1963, L. Ron Hubbard wrote a training routine still in use today called Dear Alice, allegedly to communicate better. I have supporting documentation here. It's a little hard to see, but it'll be on the YouTube site. This technique was described in the Kubark Counterintelligent Interrogation Manual. In the manual, the verbal technique is used to confuse a person by overloading the brain with ideas that do not make sense, and the person will begin to talk to overcome the confusions that assails him. It's an interrogation method. The question today is why does Scientology use CIA interrogation techniques as a charitable activity? Let's remember, Scientology is 501c tax exempt. Scientology runs similar front groups called Narconon and Crimenon, which also use interrogation techniques. Within the last few weeks, Scientology materials have been called extremist and banned in Russia. And I tell you, until now, we were using Russia as our bastion of free speech because our videos would stay up there. Now that brings the question, how many children in Riverside County are receiving help from L. Ron Hubbard under the guise of applied scholastics or A-plus educational or other front groups? No child should be left behind when Scientology is involved in tutoring or teaching within the public school system. We do not want our children to be indoctrinated by a group who uses subversive tactics. We call for an evaluation of the materials by the Riverside County Board of Education and the state and federal authorities who oversee California. By the way, who funds these politicians that approve this stuff? Well, Mr. Stone, there was on Friday, April 23rd, a fundraiser by Soonbog McFarlane, mile and a half from Big Blue Scientology building in LA. And these are heavy donors to Scientology. $250,000 to the IAS. Another guy, an OT8 that was there, $40,000. There's also a big email campaign by Lucy Cole just yesterday, a longtime Scientologist. So anyway, I don't expect any answers, but I just thought I'd tell you guys about this. Thank you very much.